Welcome back and welcome to my June TBR video. Now apologies first of all, a lot of the new releases that I'm talking about will be on my Kindle, so if you want to know more information about those you'll need to go to my blog post, which will be linked down below. So first of all, special mention to a couple of books that I've already read that are coming out in June. Greatest Hits by Laura Barnett is out on the 15th of June. I have already read this one. I read this in May, and I will have a review coming up for this one on its release date. And then another book which I already read, which I read on Kindle, was When Dimple Met Rishi, which came out on the 1st of June in the UK, or the 30th of May in the US, and I do have a review for that one already on my blog, so check out the link in the description box to find out about that one. Another book which I will have already read by the time this video goes up is All the Good Things by Claire Fisher. This one is out on the 1st of June as well, which is when I'm filming this, and I am currently reading this one, so this is very firmly on my June TBR. I also was very kindly sent a copy of The Singles Game by Lauren Weisberger, I hope I'm saying that correctly, and I actually downloaded the audiobook of this one to listen to. This one's already out in paperback in the UK, but it's coming out in paperback in the US, and so that is on my June TBR as well. And then another actual physical book I can talk to you about, and that is The Things We Thought We Knew, which you'll remember from my UK book haul. My very lovely friend Zarina gave this to me, and this one comes out on the 15th of June. That is the UK publication date for that one, and I'm looking forward to reading this one because I was intrigued by it when she told me about it. And then we have a couple of shorts that are coming out this month that I'm very excited about. So these will both be on my Kindle. The first one is Dirty Dancing at the Picture House by the Sea by Holly Hepburn. This will be the third in this series, all featuring this picture house by the sea, and they are shorts. They're just over 100 pages I think, and they're really good fun to read. Definitely sit down, read them in one sitting type of books. And then the second is one that I've talked about in other videos because the publication date of this one kept getting pushed for very good reasons, and that is the final installment in the Bridesmaids series. It's called The One with the White Wedding by Erin Lawless, and I'm hoping that this one is coming out in June as well, so looking forward to that one hitting my Kindle. Both of those are on pre-order, so both of them should be hitting my Kindle on release day. And then another Kindle read that I'm very excited about, and that is The Summer of Impossible Things by Rowan Coleman. That one comes out at the end of June, so I'm really looking forward to reading that one. And another Kindle read, I have a NetGalley copy of this one, that is Not Working by Lisa Owens. This one's actually already out in hardback, but it's coming out in paperback, and I was attracted by the cover of this one, so definitely go and look at the blog post on this one because the cover for this one features a cup of coffee, so of course I was going to read this one. I'm a sucker for a good coffee and a good cover, and coffee on the cover even better. Then I featured some July releases in my June TBR because there are some from some of my absolute favourite authors, so I know I will be trying as hard as possible to get to these, and also because I've been kind of neglecting my Kindle in the past couple of months. I've only read 1 or 2 books on there, whereas previously I think I'd read a lot more on there, so I've got quite a few things on NetGalley which are sitting on my Kindle ready to read. One of these is Together by Julie Cohen. I love Julie Cohen, and so I'm really looking forward to reading her new novel, and I've heard great things from the people that have already read it. And then we've got Lisa Jewell with her new novel Then She Was Gone. Her last novel, I Found You, I've only just caught up with, so I want to make sure that I read Then She Was Gone in time for publication day. And again, I've heard amazing things from people who have already read this one. And then another Kindle read I've got is The Summer of Serendipity by Ali McNamara. Again, one of my favourite authors. I've missed her last couple of books. It's ended up being that my mum's read them and done guest reviews for me because she's a big fan as well. So I'm really looking forward to reading this one. And then another one which again is already out in, I think it's out in Kindle format and it's coming out in paperback format or the other way around. And that is Hot Mess, which sounds amazing. Again, go to my blog post, follow the links because I've got it on Kindle, so it'll all be in there. And then another one that I'm really looking forward to is Chasing the Sun by Katie Collins. This one's out on the 27th of July, so end of July. So I may not get to these July ones in June, but I'm so excited about them that I've put them on there because I really want to read them. And that is on Kindle as well, and so I will be reading that one as soon as I possibly can. And then one that was sent to me, so you'll see from my most recent book haul, is Hello Sunshine by Laura Dave. This one comes out on the 11th of July, and this is a women's fiction novel, and so I will be trying to get to this one in the month of June as well. If not, this will be heading onto my July TBR. But there's just so many great books coming out in June and July, I couldn't not include them on my TBR. And then of course as well, I always like to have another kind of nice pool of books to choose from, and so I've got some other books that I've been wanting to read for a while and have been on my shelf or have been kind of moved from one TBR to another. So I've got some other books to choose from as well as those new releases, or if I feel like reading a hard copy book and I've only got a Kindle book, so just run through a few of those. So one of these featured on my June TBR and unfortunately got moved off for another book, and that is Never Never by Brianna Shrum. This is a Peter Pan retelling, and I loved the Alice in Wonderland retelling that I read last month, so I'll definitely be getting to this one in June. And then another book that I got from the lovely Zarina when I was back in the UK is But Then I Came Back by Estelle Law. I also have her previous book, which Zarina also gave me, so it'd be good to read these two together, but they look like quite substantial reads, but I've heard really good things about it. And then I've got a few books from my library which you'll recognise from my most recent book haul as well. The first one of these is Kill All Happies by Rachel Cohen. I actually downloaded this one on audiobook, so I could take the physical book back to the library now. My library had it on Hoopla, so I downloaded that one there. And then the next one is History Is All You Left Me by Adam Silvera. Again, I've heard amazing things about this one, so I'm really hoping that I manage to get to some of these during the month of June. And then another one here is 7 Days of You, and this one again, heard really great things about it, so I'm really hoping that I'm able to read that one in June as well. Then just rearranging a little bit here, I've got Windfall by Jennifer E. Smith. I really want to read this one, and so I will definitely be trying to read this one. I think there's already a hold on it, so I need to try and read it by the time that it's due, because somebody is waiting on it, so I'm not going to be able to renew that one. And because I want to read that one, I would also like to read the remaining 2 Jennifer E. Smith novels that I haven't already read, which is The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight and Hello, Goodbye and Everything in Between. And then I'll have read everything by this author. So whether I'll manage to do that, I don't know. Again, I can get this one on audiobook quite easily from the library, and this one is a nice proof copy, so we'll see how I get on with those ones. Watch out for updates on Twitter and Facebook and things like that, because I'll be updating you on there. And then another couple that I was sent that I would like to get to this month. First one of these is called Chase the Rainbow by Pauna Bell. I don't know if you can see the gorgeous rose gold on here. I put this one on my Instagram stories because it was just so pretty, it had to be waggled. So this was sent to me by Simon & Schuster UK, so I'm hoping to be able to read this one as soon as possible. And then one that you'll recognise from my book haul, which was sent to me by Simon & Schuster US, and that was A Stitch of Time. I talk a little bit more about that one in my book haul, so if you want to find out some more information about that one, A, it's in the blog post, or B, I talk about it in the book haul. And then another one which has been on my TBR for so long and I've been wanting to read for so long, and that is I Followed the Rules. I love this author. She's so funny. She's so funny on Twitter, so go follow her on Twitter, definitely. And I'd really like to get to that one. And then I've got a couple of audiobooks which have been sitting, that I bought and have been sitting in my Audible app for far too long. And the first one of those is The Girls by Emma Cline, and the second one is It's Not You, It's Me. No, other way around. It's Not Me, It's You, by Valerie McFarlane. Both of those have been sitting there for far too long, and so in terms of audiobook, I would definitely like to get to those this month. So there you have it. I've got some June releases, some July releases, and some I really want to reads. I love having a nice big TBR. It's quite nice not having the pressure of have to reading 26 books this month. The pressure's off a little bit, but there are lots of sort of publisher reads that I would like to read, and lots of books on my Kindle, so I'd like to definitely get back to reading on my Kindle again soon. It's just so portable. I always feel guilty reading on my Kindle in the library though, even though I can download ebooks onto my Kindle. I don't know, do other people get that guilt? Like they should be reading proper books in the library? I don't know. That is all I have for you in this video. I have some other videos which I am filming today, which will be uploaded very soon after this one. As I say, more information about all these books in the blog post, so do go to that link, and please do give this video a like, and if you would like to hear more from me, please do subscribe. I would love to have you on board. So I will see you with my next video. It's probably going to be a book talk, so I will see you then. Bye.